Dear students, now we are going to discuss about spreading sequence array weight. So this is also one of the technique we are using in adaptive beam forming, but especially we are using for CDMA systems. So now see here, so this method we are using for the code division multiple access based smart antenna system. So here we are combining the spatial processing with spreading sequences. So by improving the CDMA based smart antenna system, it enhances the interference suppression very well and also the improve the capacity also. So for that only we are using this code division multiple access. By that we can enhance the data rate of users. So now the next thing is we need to generate the CDMA signal model. So we what you have to do means first we need to do each user has the unique spreading sequence and also transmitted signal is spread over the wide bandwidth. So receiver spread the desired user signal. I think you have learned this method in your communication very well. That is direct spread sequence method. So based on that only here also we are generating the signal model using of CDMA. So what you have to do is so that will be first you have to spread the signal. For example, if you are having the signal like that narrowly. For example, if you are having the signal so like that narrowly if you are having means you have to select this particular transmitted signal and you have to do spreading. So that means narrowly you are spreaded. So that thing only here they mention as wide bandwidth. Here mention as wide bandwidth. So like that, so direct sequence spread spectrum method we are using here, that is already in your basic communication system. You people using that DSS spectrum sequence. The same model here also we are using. So the next thing is we need to represent the array signal. For that the X of n is your receiving signal array. And the next thing you have to include the desired user by using of spreading sequences. We need to know at the receiver also. The next thing, the spreading sequence array weight we need to find. So in that weight depends upon the user spreading sequence. So by how to generate the spreading sequence, we have to generate joint spatial temporal processing and also you have to exploit code orthogonality and spatial diversity. So you need to do this method to find the spreading sequence array weight. So first we need to analyze the weight depend on the user spreading sequence and we need to find the joint temporal, that means spatial temporal processing. And the next thing we need to find the code orthogonality. Finally you have to exploit your spatial diversity. So this is the diagram of the spread sequence method. So see here, so first your that individual user spread individual user spectrum will be spread out. After that it will be correlated and we have to deduct the phase detector. Finally we need to generate the array signal memory. So now how to find this weight vector formation is first we have to find spatial weight and you have to multiply by spreading code. And the second thing what you have to do is you have to match to desired user sequence. So finally you need to suppress this multi-user interferences. That means in practical sometimes it will be overlapping with each other. That thing you can easily find here. The weight vector formation. So effective weight is equal to spatial weight into spreading code match to desired user sequence and suppresses multi-user interfaces. The next thing is here we need to minimize the mean square error. For that we are using spreading sequence as reference and also you have to optimal trade-off between noise and interferences. And how to implement this adaptive using of this spread spectrum method. First we need to develop the either LMS algorithm or RLS algorithm. and you have to update using this spread signal and suitable for time varying channel. So what are the advantages means it enhances the interference suppression, increase system capacity and improve SANR performance. So what are the limitation means here we need to know the required knowledge of spreading sequence. And the second thing, it is a higher computational capacity because you are spreading your sequence, and also it is sensitive to synchronization error. And what are the application means we can use for multi-user detection and smart antennas base stations and also CDMA cellular systems. Thank you.